Hey guys, welcome to a new format for Dawn of War Unification, which I call Max-tastic build orders. Actually, I'm not 100% sure yet that I will call it that way. I had something like Max-tastic, not Max-tastic, Max-patented build orders. So if you have any cool idea for the name, tell me in the comments. But what the format is all about, that I will go through one specific build order which I like to play myself very much in a game versus the computer, versus the AI, and pause the game in between and give you all the options and why I choose this option and not this option. Go a little more in depth than having my overarching guides for the whole faction. This will be only about one specific build order which I like to play. It's not always optimal. It is gonna it will have quite a lot of cheesy build orders as well, as I'm a little cheesy player. And in the end, I will link you a replay that I cast where I or someone else used this build order or a similar build order to this. As you see in the background, we will start with the Demon Hunters and also the Inquisition path of it. I had some thoughts about which map I choose. Give me a second, I need to find it. It's not Heinous Demise, it's this other demise. Where is it? I forgot the name, but I will remember it. I will quickly, perfectly prepared for this, as you see. Face off, no. Frenzy's Demise, there we have it. And yeah, as I will choose the Demon Hunters, I need to tick off death mode, but other than that I have my stuff set up. I play on harder, normal resources, and I play against a random opponent, which may or may not be a good idea. If I, for example, get Legion of the Damned, I need to play quite a bit different, but still I will go through the build order as we are in the game. Okay, the build order I want to play is a tier 2 rush into Chimeras, and I will explain you on the way why this is very good with Demon Hunters and what are the pros and cons. I will also tell about maybe in the end. But in the start I quickly pause to tell you what you need to do as soon as the game starts. You need to, for Demon Hunters it's a little bit different. You cannot build all the buildings in the start, so you first want to click your HQ, click the Inquisition, build another builder, start the Inquisition watch, and then you have a little more time to do stuff, but this is what needs to be done as fast as possible. So I unpause, Inquisition, builder, build, watch, build. So now I have time to click another Stormtrooper. So you build only one Stormtrooper, and another thing is I will start a generator here and unpause, and the second builder will go to the generator. So we build these in tandem. Once he is finished, he will start with help with the watch. We will send one Stormtrooper here to cap stuff, or maybe here, and then we will build also one Stormtrooper from the Inquisition watch, not from the HQ, because the HQ will be busy upgrading. So this is the build order. We only need one generator, as the generator gives you a power gift of 50, and you only need 50 to power to tech up. So this should be finished momentarily. We will give some shift commands here. Once this watch is finished, we click tier 2 and build a secondary Stormtrooper. And we will move these guys over to build the listening post. All the while we are on the way to tier 2. We built nothing else but listening posts because we want to have, and just to pause real quick, a Chimera very fast, and for that we need to have the vehicle technology, which costs 150 requisition, so we want to save up some requisition if possible. Stormtrooper here will cap this and this. Why did I choose this map? This map is good for tier 2 rushes as the distance to a permanent is very long. And it's also good for these kind of tier 2 rushes because I only have 2 capping units. If would have chosen, for example, Meeting of Minds, the problem with that is that I only have 2 capping spots, and there are quite a lot of points which I cannot cap very easily with only 2 capping spots. We'll send one guy over here, and the other one builds here. Then he will go over there. So you see, it lines up that we have enough power for one Chimera once we are tier 2, which is very good, but we need to start the vehicle technology first, as it takes longer to research that than to build a Chimera. Send them over here. So the first thing we want to do when we are tier 2 and have the resources is click the vehicle technology. And we will get the resources from getting these this point up here. It gives you some gifts once it's finished. There we go. What we have a little contact here. It is Deathcore Creek. So we will overwatch this Inquisition, this Chimera, so we have it as soon as possible. So these guys can stand next to this listening post. So you see, quickly pause. We have this vehicle technology going, and we have the first Chimera on the way as well. We can build it even though our pop is not there yet. So once this research is done, the first Chimera will come out. We will send it directly here to fight off these Jaegers and everything. And yeah, then we can build a second Chimera because it gives you 5 vehicle cap, and a Chimera costs 2. I have a specific way of building first the Chimeras because they are stronger, not the Razorbacks. Need to send them a bit back here. Need to fall back a bit. We can put these guys into the Chimera as well because they are very low. We need to maybe fight these guys over there. So now the Chimera is, we put them in, and this is our way to fight on. You see the power income is very good in the sense that we have enough to build a second Chimera soon-ish, and then get this second... we can kill those guys even. Can get the next upgrade here, which costs 200. So we fend off this early attack, which set us back here a bit, but you see, I want to have the build order as natural as possible. So you will have some contact. And we need a secondary generator now. We killed those guys, and probably need to send one guy over to repair this. Second Chimera is out. So we now can fight off these. We will stop building Chimeras because we need now first the vehicle technology, and then we can press the assault. The soldiers are not a problem. The biggest problem is the Lord General here. We now have 200. We will click this one and overwatch the Chimeras. We will stop at 3 Chimeras, however. These shouldn't be any problem here. We can get a flamer if we want. Normally I wouldn't go for a flamer, but against all these deathcore I can recommend this. Now we start the third and final Chimera. This one is almost capped here, so we can then move them in the middle. The Lord General Command Squad is still alive, and we should upgrade this listening post if they continue fighting here. Normally I wouldn't do so. We now have 3 Chimeras and can now finally press the assault. All the while we're getting points here. And yeah, we need to get this point over there quickly. So we will stop at 3 Chimeras because we want to now start to get some rhinos. And there's a reason why we're going to get some rhinos. Because we want to have the final upgrade, the third upgrade, which gives the rhinos the hunter-killer missile. So we will probably start the upgrade first, and then the 4 rhinos. They are limited to 4. Actually, we can start them already and then get the upgrade later on. I'm undecided. Get first and then get all the rhinos. But then, if we have all 4 rhinos, we are pretty much good to go. And have a very strong fighting force. There are some engineers, but you see, with the flamer now here, we can... 1 flamer is good, 2 more flamers I wouldn't do. There's a commissar holding on, but yeah, you can see that they cannot kill the vehicles. We sadly lost 1 stormtrooper squad. So we will use this one here, reinforce it once and then get the points. So we will need to set a point over there. So we now have some rhinos as well. Second vehicle upgrade is almost done. And yeah, we can now press the assault with all our vehicles. You can see that the vehicle upgrade also increases the HP of the chimeras and all vehicles in that sense. And after we have all the rhinos here, you see we can now press the Hunter Killer missile and probably kill this distant post rather fast. Yes. So once we have decapped this one, I want to send one stormtrooper over here decapping this one. So now that we have our units out, we will use the rest of our resources to get more economy and also deny the economy of the opponent. We can use some Hunter Killer missiles here. Yes, it has quite a long cooldown, but not long enough. We have enough. And the question is now, quickly pause. Now that we are here, what is the follow-up? Because a good player, I mean the AI is almost certainly dead now, but if you have a good player, you will have to follow up because they will try to get some anti-vehicle out. And anti-vehicle against all these vehicles will be, of course, a good counter. So what would be your options? You have multiple options. You could go, for example, let's quickly say why I wouldn't go for, let's say, stormtroopers and bodyguards, because you do not have gotten any of the infantry upgrades, so you would need to spend a hell of a lot of resources to get the upgrades and the units out, which will delay your progress by quite a lot. You could go for a librarian and get the servitors, the weapon servitors or maintenance servitors, to have a heavy weapon option in the ranged servitors and also a repair option for the maintenance servitors. The maintenance servitors also can be put in chimeras for fire support, which would be an option. Has the benefit that it also gives you progresses your tech tree, because you need a librarian and the Domus Astra Navigatio. So you could also get the Domus Astra Navigatio. This would enable you to get a Stormhawk interceptor, so you have still some vehicle pop left which you can use for it, but you need more generators. So, and the build time for it is also very high, so also a big downtime. And as I said, the enemy will work on anti-vehicle, so getting a flyer out is probably not the wisest choice. My option of choice is getting a Grey Knight teleporter. As the enemy is working on AV, going for infantry is a better follow-up in that sense. And the Grey Knights also have the added benefit that they do not need any upgrades. They have high stats as is. So my natural follow-up is a Grey Knight teleporter. We see now that I need another generator for this, and I need to jump with you over. Maybe I just, yeah, we will finish this one. We will get now at this point, we have almost decapped this one. Then we will move the stormtroopers over. And for now we will, maybe we can park our rhinos here, wait for the Hunter Killer missile to cool down, and then we will move in with the chimeras and make a Hunter Killer missile barrage on these point. And now we get the Grey Knight teleporter, and there we can get the Grey Knights. They need primarily requisition, so we can upgrade some more stuff over here. These engineers do not have a good, wasn't a good call. Sorry, we have also some soldiers here, so we will now move them in. Is the Hunter Killer missile? No, it's not. You see the cooldown for it is quite something. I mean, now I could push in and win. I mean, there's a gun turret replacement, but still. But I will wait for some Grey Knights. And yeah. Almost done. So now we have the Grey Knights and get all the Grey Knights in the world. They cost some power as well, as we see, but not as much. We can add another generator here if we want to. And I think I will end this game with pushing in with the Grey Knights. These guys will be our long range support. Maybe, yeah, we can wait for the recharge, then we can take down this gun turret emplacement and deep strike the Grey Knight squads in. Grey Knight squads should be on aggressive stance because they are melee units. And once you have the 3 squads, they are limited to 3. You can also add 3 apothecaries for it as well. You see that our economy is really good as we upgraded all our listening posts now. We can afford to upgrade our listening posts as we had the power because we built generators early on. And as soon as these are recharged, we go in. Yeah, and getting further in the tech tree, if this assault for some reason doesn't end the game, I think, and if you have some chimeras left, I mean, you may or may not need to rebuild some rhinos. I would always rebuild the rhinos, maybe not the chimeras. Oh hi. Sorry. Then you add replace the chimeras. Not. How should I say? Do not always replace the chimeras if they are as good anti-vehicle. I would rebuild the rhinos, however, for the hunter-killer missile, which is really nice. You could also go for the final technology to enable the... Oh no, this needs tier 3. Yeah, this needs tier 3. So we now have all the guys in the world. So we will now keep striking them in 2 positions. Then we can reinforce them. Also get some apothecaries out. Need to attack with the chimeras as well. Get some hunter-killer missiles in. Yeah, this should be very good. And now these can also just move in. They have also, what I totally forgot, if they somehow get hurt like this, you can just click field repair. They will stop and repair themselves, which is really, really nice. Now getting the apothecaries in here as well. You see all my resources go into reinforcement here, which is okay, because this is my death push. If for some reason, I will tell you after this assault, this push will not be enough, you need to think about tier 3, which is not easy with this build. As I said earlier, you have all your eggs in the tier 2 basket here. With the Grey Knight. The Grey Knight teleporter is the only building in tier 2 which does not benefit your tech progression, but as I said, these Grey Knights are really strong. I have 3 squads of Grey Knights, all fully upgraded. So yeah, this is game. And I can still, if I see something needs repairs, I can click the repair button, which is really nice to buy you some time as well. If you want to go to tier 3, you need of course more generators, and most importantly, you need a librarium and a Domus Astra Navigatio. So this is the big handicap of Demon Hunters with this build, is that you need to get quite a lot of buildings to increase your tech progression. Actually, we do not need this one, we need this one, and then Domus Astra Navigatio as well. Yeah, but this is as you see, clearly is already game, but good player, as I said, will get some anti-vehicle out, so you cannot spam vehicles, so you need to have a follow-up, and the follow-up is these Grey Knights. Yeah, if you manage, as I said, if this push here would not end the game, you would need to stay back a bit and get tier 3, which isn't easy. As I said, you need 2 buildings for it, you need quite a lot of power for it as well. But if you click tier 3, what do you get in tier 3? You get basically everything in the book you can ask for. Can we get some more hunter-killer missiles? Not yet. You would get a Lehman Ross. You can get these dreadnoughts, which are really nice. You would need I cannot show you anymore, the heavy duty teleporter for it. And yeah, that's basically it. What you could also go in tier 2 if you go for the librarian, of course, is the librarian with their abilities. You could give him a little ride on a chimera and send him in. Would be also an idea for the librarian, but I explained you why the Grey Knight teleporter in my head is the best option for it, because the enemy will still be thinking about getting at the vehicle, and then you hit them with very tanky infantry squad, which does not need any upgrades. So very natural follow-up. Why is this very good with Inquisition? Inquisition has the benefit that they do not need an extra vehicle production building in tier 2. they get it from the Inquisition watch already. So you can get the PopCap increase in the HQ and build your first vehicle simultaneously without needing to wait for a production building, which is really nice. So that's why your vehicles will be very early, very fast. I only got like 3 chimeras because I wanted to have enough PopCap for the 4 rhinos, to have 10, and then get the upgrade so that the rhinos get the hunter killer missile. So that's why this is. And yeah, the Grey Knight teleporter as a follow-up. What are the pros and cons for this build order? The pros is you get very early vehicles and can suppress the enemy very hard. The cons for any tier 2 rush, you saw it early, I need to juggle quite a lot to, if an early assault comes, you're pretty much screwed. You need to defend and still wait for your vehicles and your economy hurts and whatever. You saw that even on this map with this big space in the middle, an attack came before I was having my vehicles out. So an early attack, let's say on a smaller map like Blood River, will quickly end this build order. So never use it there, use it on big maps. Yeah, the pros and cons for the tier 2 follow-up I also explained. This also works very good in team games, as in team games many people like to cap up, and you have a teammate which can help you defend before your vehicles come out. So yeah, this is the max patented Inquisition tier 2 rush for you. I have played it quite a lot, but I think this is the best iteration of it, like not sticking in vehicles. I had made builds where I had like 20 chimeras, which is really sad. One big downside as well, you do not have easy detection. This is generally a problem of the Inquisition. To get detection, you would need to get your Inquisitor Lord, or the Bodyguard Squad Leader also detects. This would be your detection options if you fight against infiltrated faction. Generally I wouldn't use it against a faction like Dark Elder or Tau as well, because they have very good infiltrated unit, and Tau have very fast anti-vehicle in tier 2, so not very good against Tau in that sense as well. Okay, but I think this is enough. If I manage to do it, I will put like in the middle of, or somewhere on the screen, a link to a game I played with Jage's a few weeks ago, where I used this build order, and where I also came to the conclusion that this Grey Knight teleporter continuation would be the best one. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this little more in-depth replay build order video. I have quite a lot of build orders I want to show, but I want to show them in a good manner, having got all the follow-ups and ideas in my head, so it will probably maybe take some time, maybe not. Also, I remind you that if you have a cool name for this format, put it in the description. But other than that, I would say thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next video. Bye bye!